Alright, so I started this camera. It's a camera error and it wouldn't even show the picture. Now I started it up, and before I even had a chance to hit record, it just suddenly turned off again. So I don't know if this is going to work, but we hope so. Alright, so quick disclaimer, guys. I'm going to share the rest of that crash story and everything that happened. But my channel, most of the people that watch my channel are pretty cool. Some of them share similar beliefs. I know that some of you guys do. Maybe not all, and that's okay. I just want to throw this disclaimer out there. It is okay to disagree, and you don't have to believe the same as I do, and that is okay. But the only thing I ask is that if you have anything oppositional to say, be respectful and focus on the topic, not the person. No insults, no name calling. That stuff is not tolerated on my channel. Fortunately, I haven't had to do anything because I don't really get trolls and I don't really get negative comments most of the time, so that's really good. But if you do come in and say something, I may block you or I may just delete the comment. It depends on what it is, but most people are pretty cool and pretty mature, so I think most people can handle disagreeing respectfully. There. Now that that's said, you need a little backstory. So back in April, or rather March 21st in 2008, I had an encounter with God and my life changed forever, and I plan to share that story. That's going to be another whole video. But anyway, so I became a Christian that day, a follower of Christ, and again, I'll just do all that stuff in details in another video. But you need to know that, I built my faith, I was walking with God and all this stuff, and then about 2000, I don't know, 17, 18, I kind of started to become stagnant in my faith. I didn't stop believing, but I did stop going to church. I stopped reading the Bible. I stopped feeding the faith. I stopped feeding my spirit. And so anyway, a few weeks ago, I don't know what caused it. I don't know what happened in my brain or my heart, but I just knew I had to get back, so I did. So for the last few weeks, I've been going to church again. I got a nice Bible again. I've been committing to spending a little time with God every single day, and I'm just getting back into my faith. So last Wednesday, I went to a worship service at our sister church, and it was amazing. After I left there, I went to the grocery store, and on my way home, it was some of you guys already know about the crash thing, and so basically traffic was gradually slowing down. I was doing the same. The gaps closed in a little bit, but then it just kind of smoothed out, and then the guy in front of me just stopped all of a sudden, and I had a few car lengths between us at about 40 miles an hour. I slammed on my brake, but I could tell immediately it wasn't going to be enough. I looked to the left, there was a car next to me, so I knew that I couldn't go around, and so I let off the brake, cranked the wheel to the right, and smashed into the wall really hard. And that was the only way to avoid hitting other cars. But, if I know I'm going to hit something, if I can leave other people out of it, all the better. I don't want anyone getting hurt. I walked away injury-free. The car walked away with no more mechanical issues than it already had. That's the summary of it. And so the next day, I got in the car and I felt weird behind the wheel. But when I hit the interstate, I suddenly felt terrorized. I was just in sheer terror, and I couldn't explain it. I didn't know why. Like, I survived this crash and everything was good. Why am I so scared all of a sudden? I've been driving for 24 years. I know how to drive, and I'm perfectly comfortable behind the wheel of the vehicle. So I drove that day, and I went about my business, and as the day went on, I was praying, and I was worshiping, and doing all these things, and so, it was getting gradually better, but it wasn't there yet. There was something missing still, and so I was driving up this road that I'm currently on, heading back home, and I saw a billboard, and that's why I'm it's either there, it might have been a hallucination. I don't know, man. I've driven this route many, many times, and I've never seen that billboard before that day. But the billboard just said, and I was thinking about it at the time that I passed it, like I was just kind of contemplating how I'm scared and how everything happened and all these things, and thanking God for saving me in the car. And so as I was thinking these things, I saw this billboard, and it just said, "Rise above it." There's no company name, no logo that I could see. It's just a beautiful little billboard. I'm like, "Rise above it." Okay. And it's one of those things where I just knew the message was for me. And so I was like, all right, so how do I rise above it? Well, how do you overcome any fear? You face that fear. If you are scared of heights, you climb a ladder. And you go up a little higher and a little higher until you're comfortable. You're scared of insects, you're scared of spiders, go to the zoo and look at the display spiders. They're in a safe cage and you know they're not going to hurt you. Scared of snakes, same thing. Go to the zoo, do that. This is how you face your fears. Overcome your fears, rather, by facing them. So I was doing that, and after I passed that billboard, I was just contemplating. I'm like, all right, so if I'm already driving and I've been driving, so what am I scared of? And so later in the day, I took the car to my brother's shop, and we looked over it really well to make sure that it was, mechanically sound. Nothing wrong with it that wasn't already wrong with it, and it's all gravy. I'm like, cool. And I went and filled the gas tank after, and then I'm like, all right, I know what I need to do. I need to get back on that belt line because I was thinking about it, and just thinking about being on that road kind of scared me. And I'm like, all right, that's what I need to do. So I went back down the belt line, the opposite direction that I was going when he crashed, and I went to the west side, and I was good, except there was still one thing missing, and I knew what I had to do. I had to go back down the belt line. I had to go to St. all that stuff, and so I went back eastbound again, and this time, the night that the crash happened, there were only 2 lanes open. This night that I went back down, there were 3 lanes, and I was the only vehicle there. I could have taken the middle lane, I could have taken the left, I could have been further from the wall, but I didn't do that. I stayed in the right lane, just a couple inches from the wall, because I knew that's what had to be done. And I stayed in the right lane, and I passed it, and something happened to me. It just felt good, right? But then, as I was looking for this billboard too, guys, just so you know, and I got it in the car, my tail, I plan to pull over on the shoulder once I see it. I got past that, and as I continued down the belt line, the construction was thick, it was very dense, a lot of lane closures. It got down to 1 lane for a while, and I had this vehicle riding my tail really close, and I was like, on a normal day, I might get upset over it. Sometimes I might even slow way down just to make a point. Or I might just cuss at them under my breath or even out loud because they can't hear me anyway. But I didn't do any of that. I prayed for this person. And I prayed for them while we were in the 1 lane. I see it, y'all. Alright, I see it. It's right here. That's it right there. I see the billboard. Alright guys, I'm just gonna do this real quick. That's crazy. It's like in someone's yard. Crazy. So anyway, so as I prayed for them, went back to 3 lanes and we were good. They passed, and as I prayed, I continued to pray for them as they passed, and then ended the prayer, whatever. And I just felt great, and I got home and I felt so euphoric. I felt absolutely amazing. So it looks like this is on somebody's property, guys, but that's okay. We're just gonna trespass for a second. But look at this. There's no. That's the billboard I saw right there. Rise above it. Actually, I'm gonna take a still shot of that too. A couple of them. There we go. Beautiful. So anyway, that's the billboard that kind of set the pace, and so. All right. Now, cool. So anyway, I got home and I was feeling euphoric. I just felt free, like spiritually free. And I was like, all the fear and terror and all those things were gone. And there, it was almost like a physical relief of all that stuff. So it was absolutely amazing. I literally just turned a 20-minute video into a 10-minute video. I'm glad I was able to make that a little quicker so you guys don't have to sit through a long video. Well, you wouldn't have to anyways. You have free will, but anyway, I guess the billboard is there. It's not a hallucination, so that's cool. But anyway, I just had to show you guys that. That is what set it in motion. So anyway, yeah, so I was all good, man. I was completely relieved of all of it after the end of the, so basically a little over 24 hours after the crash, I was completely done with the fear and all that stuff. Some people experience that and they're terrorized for a while. Some people go through therapy. Some people have to struggle for a few weeks or a few days or a few months. Some people go years. I literally just over 24 hours and I was right back to normal, driving like nothing had ever happened. And I am so grateful to God for that. I know His hand was on that crash. I know that His angels were protecting me all throughout all of this. And yeah, and again, you don't have to agree or believe me, that's fine. I know what happened, I was there. And but for those who are genuine, true believers in Christ and know the scriptures and know God, you know this is real. You know that it's realistic by God's standards. And it has to be because it happened. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for all of your support, all of your kind words. I know I have several videos. I need to go back and get through my comments, but I really wanted to get this story out there because a lot of people are waiting for it. So anyway, I'm going to end it before it gets too long. Remember to take care of your pets. They will take care of you. And feel free to leave any comments or anything else in the comment section, whatever questions. And again, feel free to disagree. Feel free to share your thoughts. Feel free to share any of that stuff. Just please be respectful. I will respect you. And that's just how human beings should be. Mutual respect.